Framme is very sweet. She is a nice girl who looks out for others, but she also knows not to neglect herself and let loose sometimes. But even still, she's a very good person at heart. Ooh, the divine dragon looked right at me.
Divine dragon!
She says that like it's her catchphrase. She says it everywhere in the ceremonial, in battle, when she selects it as a unit to fight, and in her support with the main character multiple times. You can't help but feel a bit cringe by it, because she said it's so excited and carefree, like no embarrassment involved. She tries to be serious with her work, but she, well, kind of falls through sometimes with her work. She always wished the divine dragon would wake up in her life, but it seemed like a big dream. Dream and waking up, that's like a double meaning. But one day, the divine one woke up for real, and Framme was super excited for two big reasons. One, the person she vented to about her problems is now awake and can be her saviour for real this time, and they can help with the problems in actuality. 2. Her job as steward was not a waste. She gets to see the divine dragon wake up and she can serve them first hand, and she feels the trouble with the work earlier paid off. Yes, Framme as a young kid vented her problems to the dragon as they slept. It's a cute image. She's got an average life, but her average problems in life she talks to the dragon about. She uses you as a vent person, so naturally she got way too attached to you and the thought of you. Now, because they're awake, they're better than Framme imagined, and now she's dead in love and happy. There is a small part where she's disappointed the exact image she envisioned is not real, so she gets upset in the B support because you, the divine one, get a teensy tiny bit annoyed with her, which breaks her image of you as dragon god, and she gets upset and feels guilt. She thinks that they hate her. That is not the case though. After Framme explains her story of venting to you, the divine one says that she can cheerlead as much as they like. So Framme does the same thing she did before, cheerlead and fangirl. It's implied the divine one, you, do this so she feels good and not get stressed, because they can tell that she's doing it to relieve stress. Framme has support with Diamant, which highlights her nice qualities, her naive but simple way of thinking about things. She helps Diamant with the issue of invading Illusia, and they say just stop doing it, and it's not that simple to Diamant because it's a bit more complex than that. But anyhow, he appreciates sentiment. He does say he doesn't plan to invade Illusia ever again, but he thinks about how the Illusia kingdom feels about this, and how the hatred about Brodia. Framme is quite direct. She calls it boring, the history books she's reading about the kingdoms, and she says it would give hints on how to end the war if she reads it, so that's why she's reading it. She has nothing to do with either kingdom, yet she's trying her best to stop the bloodshed. That's nice. By the way, she's quite aware of the negatives of war, but as a young person she believes that stopping the war should be as simple as just stopping attacking, but that's not the case though, is it? Still a nice way of thinking though. Her support with Tamara highlights her stylish style and love of clothing. She likes cute things to wear and digs for the best clothes she can find. She thinks royalty are completely different people to commoners, as highlighted by her way of saying Tamara, Queen of Storm, likes stylish clothes as a surprise. This kind of lampshades how she sees Divine Dragon as a person. She thinks royalty are different, so a literal dragon entity she treats with worship because she thinks that's how royalty likes to be treated. That is not the case. The Divine Dragon tells him to be direct, and it works because she listens, and yeah. Framme is good at hiding her doubts several times in the story and supports. Like in Tamara's supports, she feels she did something wrong, all because Tamara didn't wear her outfit because of her heat in the country. Also, when she gets ambushed by the enemies in the beginning of the game, you can tell she feels stupid for running out there so recklessly. In her Kagetsu support, she mentions her family and parents. She's writing to them because they are so concerned for her and also clan, of course. But she finds it mildly annoying to keep writing to them, and she takes this caring for granted and carelessly blurts it out when Kagetsu is around, who talks about not writing to his family much because he went away. Framme is concerned because she believes family is important for everyone to have. Another innocent line of thinking, but it's true you need people around you that you can talk to, so yeah. Kagetsu thinks about this, and so he starts writing a letter for his family, and Framme catches him musing what to put on his letter, and she knows he tries to hide it, but she's too good and knowing. And so Framme and Kagetsu team up together to write thoughts and feelings for Kagetsu's parents. This support is necessary because it showcases Kagetsu's vulnerable side and Framme's skills writing and understanding emotions and the nature of wanting to help people with their problems. Framme and Goldmare become good friends off screen, and you see them being friendly, and then Goldmare takes her clothes off, and Framme is uncomfortable with this. Even Framme has limits with confidence. Framme thinks Goldmare was a modest, shy person at first, which shows she's not a good reader of people. Goldmare is concerned about her facial expression, while eating an apple because it tasted so good. And then Framme says to bathe in a hot spring to calm down and relax. Framme suggests this because she knows her friend likes doing this, and that's quite a nice caring thought to think about her friend's enjoyable activities. So, lampshaded in Diamant support, you know Framme hates reading, and then she neglects reading until Boucheron tells her how good fictional stories are. She says no to reading, but then Boucheron reads the book himself to her, and she enjoys it very much. Pretty funny how she says she couldn't understand what he said because he cried so hard at the end. Framme isn't completely against trying new things, and even better, she's not against restarting old things she hated after a little pushing from others. Having these qualities is important as a person, you know, for others and yourself. The Vanda support. She constantly forgets to do work because she's got her head in the clouds, but she feels guilty about her doziness, and she promises to do a better consistent job in the future. Guess what? She forgets her package and forgets where to put it. She braces for a scolding, but then Vanda gives advice to keep a colour headspace, do one thing at a time, and she does a better job now, and she gifts Vanda something, a Framme ticket, a fracket, don't even know. And then Vanda's so happy and proud of his retainer. The clan support. She continues her fangirling about the dragon to clan. She takes it too far with pamphlets and posters about them. She isn't aware of clan shy feelings because her love for the dragon is so strong, and clan is subtle about its shy feelings. She's perceptive but not to an extreme. Basically, clan dies of embarrassment and says he failed as a fan club member. Then Framme says because he is a fan in his heart, he deserves to be a fan club member, which is quite nice and wholesome to hear from her. They become as close to brother and sister that they are again, then they come up with better pamphlet ideas. Yay. There is an extra scene where you can marry Framme, but not really marry. It's an engagement ring, but it's not an engagement ring, it's a friendship ring. If you do this, she starts full on crying because she thinks she doesn't deserve it, and out of all the people in the army, you chose her. She feels so special now. You didn't just look at me, you gave me the special ring! She then goes on to talk about being a fan and a loved one. She wants to do the same cheerleading stuff she did before and behave as a loved one. So you say yeah, it's okay, and then they're both happy, and then they live happily ever after. The end of this analysis video of Framme Engage.